Yeah, thank you, Akshay. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Ganesh Housing Corporation Limited earnings call to discuss the Q2 FY24 results. We have on the call with us today Mr. Rajendra Shah, Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Neeraj Kalavatia, Vice President Finance, and Mr. B. Ravi, Corporate and Financial Advisor. We must remind you that the discussion on today's call may include certain forward-looking statements and must be therefore viewed in conjunction with the risk that the company faces. I now request Mr. Rajendra Shah to take us through the company's business outlook and financial highlights, subsequent to which we'll open the floor for Q&A. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Rajat, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you all for joining us on this call today to discuss Q2 financial year 23-24 performance of Ganesh Housing Corporation Limited. I hope you had a chance to see the earnings presentation uploaded on our site a few hours ago. I would like to begin by sharing my thoughts on real estate environment, specifically in Ahmedabad, and broad highlights of the quarter. Further, we look forward to taking your questions and suggestions. Over the last 6 years, spanning across from April 2017 to March 2023, residential property sales have made a significant impact on Gujarat's total revenue from stamp duty and registration fees. Data collected by Conference of Real Estate Developers Association of India, or CREDAI, reveals a remarkable surge of 63.57% in stamp duty and registration charges within the residential sector during this period. This heightened demand in Gujarat for high-quality housing has led to rapid increase in property transactions. Furthermore, a presence of historically low inventory levels has created a sense of urgency amongst buyers, ultimately boosting demand and strengthening the property prices. Despite the challenge of moderate home loan rates affecting affordability of residential properties in 8 major Indian cities in the first half of 2023, Ahmedabad has stood out as the most affordable housing market amongst the major metro cities. Rising income levels have empowered individuals and families to upgrade to more spacious homes, with many transitioning from 1 BHK to 2 BHK and 2 to 3 BHK residences. Migration also plays a pivotal role in growing housing demand. Ganesh Housing, a prominent player in Ahmedabad real estate market, has consistently been a front runner in developments. It is worth noting that in all sectors, including affordable housing, independent residential and commercial floors, plotted development, premium and luxury condominiums, as well as premium commercial spaces, are currently experiencing a substantial growth, particularly in Ahmedabad. Before I delve into our Q2 update, I am thrilled to share a recent significant development. Ganesh Housing Corporation Limited has unveiled an exquisite haven called Lalita Govind Udyan, spanning across 8 acres of land. This project was inaugurated by Shri Amit Shah, the Honorable Union Home Minister, and Shri Bhupendra Patel, the Honorable Chief Minister of State of Gujarat, on September 30th, 2023. Lalita Govind Udyan isn't just a garden, it is a precious gift to city's residents. Whether you are seeking a solace in nature, leisurely activities, or a serene space for mindfulness, this garden has it all. It is conveniently situated behind Nirma University, adjacent to Ganesh Housing Corporation Limited's residential projects, namely Malabar Exotica and Malabar County 3. And it is within one kilometer radius of ongoing Million Mind IT SEZ project. The project boasts a garden oasis spanning across 32,000 square meters, a tranquil lake with 5 crore liters of water, a Miyawaki plantation featuring 40,000 trees, and various recreational amenities such as walkways, a jogging track, yoga and meditation spaces, and more. It stands as a testament to Ganesh Housing Corporation Limited's unwavering dedication to enhancing the quality of life. We are proud to inform you that it is named after our founder and his wife. Coming to our Q2 financial year 23-24 operational updates, we are delighted to report that the construction progress of Million Mind Phase 1 commercial project, that is ITSEZ Phase 1, has reached 10% level of completion by Q2 of financial year 23-24. We remain firmly committed to achieving our target completion date by March 2026 for completion of Phase 1 of Million Mind ITSEZ project. Furthermore, we have initiated preliminary discussion with Christmas buyers for marketing and business development of Million Mind Phase 1 ITSEZ, and we will provide more comprehensive information in the upcoming quarter. Additionally, we have already provided comprehensive phase-by-phase details of Million Mind project in our presentation, which will keep us engaged with this project for next 7 to 8 years. Our ongoing project, Malabar Exotica, is now 91% completed, and we anticipate its full completion by Q4 of financial year 2023-2024. This project commenced in July 2021, and we are delighted to announce that we are on track to finish it well ahead of schedule. This exemplifies our unwavering commitment to customers and our dedication to delivering every project before the stipulated timelines. This achievement has been made possible through incorporation of advanced technology and use of precast construction methods, ensuring that technology is an integral part of every home that we deliver. Now, I would like to discuss in brief about some of the key financial and operational highlights during Q2 of financial year 23-24. Q2 of financial year 23-24, revenue came in at INR 1641 million versus INR 3278 million in Q2 financial year 2023. First half of financial year 23-24, revenue growth of 18% is registered if one compares year on year, which stood at INR 4355 million. We have achieved a remarkable 3.3x growth in EBITDA during first half of financial year 23-24, totaling to INR 3391 million. Q2 financial year 23-24, EBITDA witnessed a strong 55% increase if somebody compares year-on-year increase, reaching to INR 1211 million. Q2 of financial year 2023-24 saw a substantial 3.5x year-on-year growth in PAT, reaching to INR 860 million. And first half of financial year 23-24 posted a phenomenal 7.6x year-on-year growth in PAT, amounting to INR 2473 million, exceeding the combined PAT of past couple of years. Notably, our company maintains a debt-free status, having come a long way from peak debt of 650 crores in financial year 2018-2019. As of end of Q2 of financial year 23-24, we boast a cash surplus of INR 773 million, highlighting our strong financial position. Furthermore, as previously communicated in our last quarterly update, the company has for the first time established a comprehensive roadmap outlining a direction for next 7 to 8 years. This roadmap includes our largest ever upcoming projects encompassing approximately 30 million square feet with a well-defined projections of cash flow. The long-term prospects of the company appear highly promising, and we are confident that there will be substantial business opportunities to sustain our growth momentum. In conclusion, I want to emphasize that an industry where demand and supply remain robust, the ongoing consolidation and corporate restructuring efforts are enhancing opportunities for our established brands. With a strong brand, strategic capital allocation, and commitment to operational excellence, Ganesh Housing Corporation Limited is well positioned to sustain its path of profitability expansion. We eagerly anticipate further scaling through new phases of SEZ, and with this, I request the floor to be opened for questions and answers. Rajat, can you take over, please?
Yeah, Akshay, please open the floor for Q&A. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touch-tone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handset while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Puneet Gulati from HSBC. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much, and congratulations on your performance. My first question is with respect to your, operating profit and reported profitability. So, is my understanding correct that there is nothing that you are selling on the residential side? Everything is fully booked and sold out?
Yeah. Thank you, Puneet. Yes, you are right. Meaning right now we don't have inventory of meaning residential units to offer to somebody for sale.
Mm-hmm. So how does this 160 crore of sales get recorded here in P&L? If you can give some color there.
So basically, Puneet, just to reply to your question in specific, there are 3 specific verticals from which we derive revenue. One is residential sale of residential units. Other is sale of commercial units, or lease with SEZ now starting lease of commercial units. And third one will be sale of land. So I would say that during this quarter, major revenue, meaning not that all, but major revenue has come from sale of land.
Yeah. So if you can,
whatever sales we had concluded in Malabar County 3, a project which we are delivering now, revenue in respect of that also has got recognized during this quarter. However, major revenue or major contribution of revenue has come from sale of land.
Understood. That's very clear. My second question is on the commercial side. You talked about building an IT SEZ. Is there enough demand for IT SEZ? Because what we're hearing from the street is that SEZs are not really the preferred product. If you can talk a bit about your thoughts on SEZ versus non-SEZ here.
Yeah, see, SEZs is something which is where there are tax incentives which are available. And apart from that, if somebody does a careful study, he will understand that there are more than 500 small and medium software companies which are operating out of Ahmedabad. They are all occupying spaces in some of the good commercial offices. but that is not something which is of their liking. They would like to have their offices or their setup from specialized offices which are suited to IT, meaning IT players. Like whatever is development which is done in around Ahmedabad, around Bangalore and Pune, just to give Pune, Hyderabad, just to give that sort of idea. That is the reason to get associated with Fishman Spires. That was the reason they have also studied market and understood that yes, there is lot of demand of these kind of IT spaces or commercial spaces, and we are confident that once we reach a critical level of construction, we will have some good news to share with you.
Understood. And lastly, if I may, it seems you've done the project completion for Malabar Exotica in an incredible 2.5 years. Can you talk and you also talked about using precast technology there. Can you also talk a bit about what does it mean for your construction cost and first of all, how tall are these structures? I mean, how many floors should one assume for Malabar Exotica?
See, Puneet, can you just repeat your question?
Yeah, so Malabar Exotica, I think Sir has talked about, they'll complete by Q4 this year, right? Which is almost 2.5 years of construction time, really fast. And he also talked about using precast technology there. So what would be the construction cost associated, for use of precast technology, and how high are these buildings?
See, coming back in terms of the saving of the time in completion, now this precast technology is giving us an advantage in terms of going floor by floor, where actually we are actually saving at least 15 days per floor. So that at the parallel time we can go to the multiple floor, whereas in the traditional method you have to wait for some time before you actually start up the next floor process. And in terms of the average costing, this actually is giving us an additional cost of 200 rupees per square feet in cost. But as against that, the time saving which we are getting in completion of the project by at least 1 year time, that actually giving us a good cash flow and financial cost advantage.
Okay, so it costs more, you're saying, but the time saving makes up for the additional cost.
Yes. So overall, because of that faster costing, also faster delivery also, you always have an advantage that if you want to charge additional premium as the project progresses, that actually people get to see. We have delivered this Malabar County 3 also 1 year ahead of the time. And same is that we are going in Malabar Exotica also 1 year ahead of the time. So that will set the precedence for the coming year.
Correct. So your average cost addition of 2,000 over what base?
Sorry.
So 200 rupees per square feet.
Rupees per square feet I told.
No, so 200 rupees a square feet.
Earlier it was 1,600 rupees per square feet. Now it has come to 1,800 rupees per square feet.
Oh, okay. Understood. That's very good. Thank you so much, and all the best.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The next question is from the line of Shivnil Giri from Centrum PMS. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Thank you for taking my question. On your slide 8, our net debt has gone from 300 crores to 67 crores, and the SEV phase 1 cost is around 285. So, and with it being only completed 10% and no other projects ongoing, have we utilized this excess cash in acquiring land, or can you explain more on that front? And then I'll ask my next question.
Yeah. We have been, meaning there are certain advances which have been paid for acquiring some critical land parcels, but for reasons of secrecy, and we have not yet concluded our land acquisition in area where we target to acquire land. We are not in a position to disclose the exact location or exact size of land tracts what we target to acquire.
Okay. So these are advances for acquiring land. So is it in the state of in the state that you operate currently, or you dominate currently?
No, it's the same. It's the same state or the same city. Now, land is a very integral part of the entire business verticals, as Rajendra just explained some time back. And therefore, to continue to keep developing the land as well as to seize opportunities of buying and selling, acquisition is a continuous process, which has been the main, advantage to Ganesh Housing all these years, and that's the reason why huge cash flows and profitability has always been coming to them, and they're in the forefront. So this is a process which is a continuous one, and right now also it's happening in and around the most happening places in Ahmedabad, and it would continue at any point in time wherever there'll be cash flows are there.
So you'll be announcing this in this next quarter, coming quarters. Any timeline on this land acquisition that will be?
Yes, some of them would have been acquired by that time probably, and some could even happen thereafter. As I said, it's a continuous process, so therefore the total land bank that we have, when we announce, the total land bank and what we have sold, that will include this acquisition of this also.
All right. And one more thing, regarding this new Oasis Garden Lake, who are the other developers present in this area, and is Nirma also developing a project there?
No. Nirma has just a university which is adjacent to, meaning which is nearby this lake. Major presence, there are few small local developers having standalone buildings. However, in this area, there is a complete dominance of Ganesh Housing Corporation Limited. If you see, we have Malabar County 1, Malabar County 2, Malabar County 3, Malabar Exotica. Upcoming residential project will be Malabar Retreat, which will announce in some time from now. And of course, in our ITSEZ, there will be series of residential projects which will be developed in phased manner. So, just to answer you, biggest beneficiary of this development, yes, anybody who takes a unit from Ganesh Housing will be one of the direct or indirect beneficiary from this development.
Yes. So, but there are no other major competitors here in this area, in this vicinity, only the local developers?
No. Competitor, nobody. However, there are some few local developers who are developing a standalone building which are nearby. But we don't count them as a competition.
Okay. And just coming back to the SEZ project, so the funding for this, since you've already given the advances for some land, so how would we need further funding for this project, to complete this project?
Yes, funds will be continuously made for the project, and as you see, 10% construction is done, and as and when the construction takes up, then more and more funds will be required. But from the cash flows what we have, in spite of whatever new land which we may be purchasing and all, we still have enough money to be able to do the entire construction without taking any debt from our internal flows as well as from the new cash flows which will keep coming in from new projects.
Right. Thank you. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Jay Shah from Dolat Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Is my voice audible?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, we can hear you. So just wanted to understand regarding this new Century Lalita Govind Udyan that you have developed. What was the rationale behind the same, and when was it planned? And how much was incurred on this cost, on this project, and what are the expectations from this further?
See, at Ganesh Housing, we believe that we have taken lot from society, and it is also a time for us to give back. It is a responsibility to, meaning not only our projects should look beautiful, land or land parcels or area which is near our project should also look very beautiful, and we want to improve lifestyle and landscape of city as well. So just to give you an idea, just behind Malabar Exotica and Malabar County 3 project, there was a very large land which was owned by Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation, which was reserved for garden and lake. Fortunately for us, we spoke to government officials, and they agreed to our request that we would develop it and hand it over to city for use by their citizens at large. So basically, this is spread across 32,000 square meters, and lake is also very large lake. It can accommodate about 5 crore liters of water. It has more than 40,000 trees which are planted. So, and it is adjacent to our two projects. And above all, I'm further happy to share that our name of our founder and his wife is associated with this facility which we have gifted to city of Ahmedabad at large. Of course, this is invaluable gift, but since you have asked to me about cost of development, the cost of development of this facility has been roughly about 5.2 crores. Raviji would like to add further.
I think, Rajendra, you already have said a lot. Frankly, not everything is for a profit motive. And when we have projects and when there is a development going on in the area, then there is something which is needed for as a community development and inclusive growth in that. So this is something which is as a part of the entire, whether you call it CSR or otherwise, that's something which will be an ongoing one.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Preet Nagershed from Wealth Finvisor. Please go ahead.
Right. My question is regarding, could you give me the breakup of the sales for this quarter? How much of it was from the land?
About 88% of that is from the land, or about 380 crores or so.
So of the 160 crores, the top line that was recorded for this quarter?
Now, the quarter you're asking, or for the half year? Well, Rajendra will give that.
So if you take this quarter 2 or half year, first half of financial year 23-24, in both cases, about 88% of sales or revenue has come from land sale, and from project, it is roughly about 12%.
So my question is that should we see the contribution from the project side going up over the next 2 quarters, or we will continue to see a similar kind of component coming from land sales?
Just to answer your question, yes, there will be a cash flow which will be coming in from sale of residential units. However, since we follow a completed project method of accounting, we will not be able to recognize any revenue within next 2 quarters from sale of residential project. However, yes, as I told you, we will be launching, we have planned to launch series of residential projects in next, starting from next quarter itself. So there will be a lot of cash flow which will be generated from residential project, which will, in terms of revenue, it will take some time to recognize, because we will have to wait until completion of that project.
This residential project, are you referring to the Smile City one?
No, not only Smile City. See, in SEZ also there is series of residential project which is going to come up. Apart from that, in vicinity of our SEZ project, there is one plant project called Malabar Retreat, which also is going to be a premium residential project near Nirma University.
Okay.
Of course, Smile City also will contribute.
Right. Sir, are you on track to launch Smile City by Diwali?
No, Diwali is just around the corner, so it may take 3 to 4 months more.
Okay, so Smile City is basically you're targeting quarter 4 for launching Smile City.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, thank you and wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Muskan from Nivisha. Please go ahead.
Hello, am I audible, sir?
Yeah, Muskan.
So my question is, what is the improvement on clearances side? As in, how speedy has the process become to get development clearances from the government? How has the time gotten reduced?
Muskan, your question was not very clearly audible, but as I understand, you are asking how easy it is to procure approvals for construction.
Yeah, I mean, how has the trend been from last week? If it took 2 years to get the clearances in past 4 or 5 years, how much has the time reduced now?
No. In Gujarat, see, obtaining or securing clearances is never a issue.
Okay.
We apply for permissions, and if everything is right as per local laws, then we generally receive approvals within period of 2 months or 2.5 months. It is very unlike what generally happens in Mumbai. And
okay.
Secondly, what is differentiating here in Ahmedabad is once you receive approval, it is for full construction of residential building. It is not your meaning commencement certificate. What we receive is not for part of the building. It is for full building or full phase of apartment.
Got it, sir. And the second question is, how much are these margins sustainable? Hello?
See, if you see, traditionally we mentioned earlier also that we always maintain a huge land bank, and most of our land banks are obtained with the time horizon of more than 10 to 20 years. So obviously their cost of these lands are pretty lower in the books, and which is visible in our books of accounts also. So because that gives us the biggest advantage in maintaining the higher margin. So obviously the project which are planned for next 10 years, we already have a land bank in our books as on today itself. So at least for next few years, we don't see any challenge in maintaining that margin.
Okay,
Again, the margins, if you are wanting to refer to what has been done in this quarter or this half year, then that's not the way it should be seen. If you talk about as a let's say weighted average margin for both land projects, whether it's residential, commercial, SEZ and all that, then yes, 30%, 40% margins on a continuous basis is something which is sustainable. We will have the blips like when we have more of a land sale which is having a very low cost, then the margins there would have jumped in that particular quarter. But if you talk about an averaging it over a period of time, then what Neeraj said, that's the way to look at it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Narendra from Robo Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity and congratulations on a good set of numbers. So many of my questions have been answered, but yeah, a few questions regarding of the projects that you have already sold. How much cash are you used to receive?
You are not clearly audible. Can you just take mouthpiece and talk, please?
Just a second. Yeah, is it better now?
Little better.
Yeah. So I was saying that out of the projects that you have already sold, what amount of cash is yet to be received?
Okay.
See, roughly around, we will be having around 60 to 70 crore of revenue, which we'll be expecting from the sold unit.
Okay. So yeah, you are talking about the cash, right?
Yes, sir. The balance cash which is to be received from both Malabar County 3 and Malabar Exotic.
Contracted sale.
As well as the sale of the unit from the old project, which are already completed, but which has been booked by the customer, but yet to finish the sale deed.
Okay. Got it. And the final question regarding the new series of launches that you are planning. So what kind of revenue are you looking at for the next 2 to 3 years maybe? Because as you said that these are long-term projects. So, over the medium term, what kind of revenue are you expecting from these?
See, it will be, Narendra, it will be difficult to give you kind of at what stage each project will be and what sort of revenue. Since we follow a project completion method, till the time project is completed, we will not be recognizing any sort of revenue from that. However, just to give you sort of idea as to where we will be next 2 to 3 years, I would say we have been maintaining this consistently, that in terms of bottom line, we will continue to grow at 30% CAGR. However, just to give a disclosure, quarter one of this financial year 23-24 was an exceptional year, and that should not be taken as a base to assess what sort of growth we will be making further.
Okay, got it. That helps. Yeah, that's it from my side. All the best.
Yeah.
All the best.
Thank you, Narendra.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Janak Shah from Wealth Finvisor. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Congratulations on a great set of H2, the last 6 months numbers. And my question was regarding Smile City. One, I want to know whether the location of Smile City is very near to the new Olympic Village, which is coming up in Ahmedabad in the next decade. And secondly, is there any further delay expected? So, as you mentioned, when a gentleman asked that Smile City will be launching in Q4. So, any further delay expected? Another part is that many other developers like Arvind Smart Space have put in residential schemes, and they have got amazing success in the only 3 days of launch. They've got a lot of bookings. So maybe Diwali would have been a good time to launch. So any comments on all these questions?
See, thanks for your question. Coming back to your first question where you talked about the vicinity of the Olympic Stadium. See, the Olympic Stadium which was announced by the government is also in the Godavari itself. And the land bank which they are probably allocating for the Olympic Stadium will be adjacent to our land bank only. Because we are holding a huge land bank of around 450 plus acre of land in Godavari itself. So majority of the area of that particular town is with us only. So obviously, that was not part of our earlier plan when we actually have acquired the land over 12 to 15 years. But now with this new development coming from the government and there will be a big focus from the central government also, we see a huge price appreciation as well as the overall development of that area apart from us also. And in terms of your timeline, since it is a big scheme and we are now planning to launch it in a phase-wise manner, so obviously all this background approval and all this paperwork process is already going on. So we have a traditionally history of not launching any project unless we are fully compliant in terms of our approval process. So unless that in place, we will not be in hurry just by seeing a Diwali or this thing, because we don't see any challenge in terms of selling the first phase.
Thank you, sir, for your answers. Just one small question. In terms of Million Mile, I believe what is projected is a very strong annuity model. And every year, whenever it is complete, there will be a 72 crore rent which will be coming to the company. And eventually, after when all the 7 are complete, it will be a 500 crore revenue. Now, have you started tying up with the IT companies for the first and the second unit, or are the talks on, or something concrete has developed?
Nothing concrete has developed, but yes, the talks, the preliminary discussions already have started with Tishman Spears. And, looking at the construction, once it comes above the ground level and comes to the first floor, that would become even better time to talk about it. But the groundwork for that, building up the interactions and all that have already started.
Thank you so much for the answers. And congratulations once again on the splendid set of numbers.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Meet Raj from Anubhuti Advisors. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Thank you. So my question was on bookkeeping. So if we see the console balance sheet, as on March, we were having around 65 crores of goodwill, and that has increased to some 224 crores as on September. So wanted to know that what is the reason for this goodwill? Is it because of some subsidiary adjustment or something? What is the reason for this?
See, the goodwill is majorly contributed because we have acquired that 30% of the equity from FDI, that American FDI in our subsidiary Gatil India Properties Limited, which is a township company. So, because that company was valued at the current prevalent market rate, so the goodwill has been generated because of the difference between the book value and the current market value. And same has been given effect in the Ganesh housing.
So this eventually will remain in the books as it is, or this would be written off? So what would be the accounting treatment of this going forward?
It will remain in the books till the time we continue to hold shares of the subsidiary. Once we dispose of this subsidiary to other parties, I think goodwill also will get wiped off.
Okay. Got it. And one another question was with respect to the loans and advances. So that also has increased from March at around 5 crores to currently at 271 crores. So wanted to know that what is the purpose for that? Is it with respect to acquisition of some land, or is it some short-term parking of the funds because now that we are a cash company? If you can clarify that aspect.
This was already done in great detail little while ago, about 10-15 minutes while ago, while you were there in the queue. Yes, it is for land acquisition also. And as and when the acquisition happens, it keeps coming onto the books. It's a continuous process, as we said. So this has been done for that, various stages of acquisition of various parts of land, all in Ahmedabad.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much, sir. That's it from my side.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Puneet Gulati from HSBC. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the follow-up opportunity. My first question is if you can talk about, what kind of pricing growth are you seeing in the city right now in last one quarter, and also if you can give some context against last 1 year. So that's number one.
See, overall, if you see in Ahmedabad market, there is a price appreciation of 4 to 5%, which happen on the residential side.
This is last quarter.
Over 3 to 6 month time, because price appreciation never, you cannot constructively consider whether it happens in 1 month or 2 months. Overall, when you compare during the current financial year, already there has been appreciation of 4 to 5%. In terms of commercial, the rental has actually surpassed the pre-COVID level. So that is the one area where the significant jump has happened. It is, if you compare with the pre-COVID to current level, the rental were gone down by around 30 to 35% during COVID time on commercial side. Now it has surpassed that rate as on in the current financial year, so which you can easily say it is now the growth in commercial rental is around 35% over last.
So, sorry, when you say commercial, do you mean office or do you mean the retail shops?
Right, I'm meaning to say the offices.
Office, okay. And what is the average rental there?
Sorry, average rental is around 40 rupees is currently going on a super built-up portion. Around 40 to 45 rupees, if you say.
And in the similar context, can you also talk, based on your last selling price of Malabar Exotica, what are the resale transactions representing in terms of price increases?
See, in Malabar County 3, we were selling at a rate of 3,300 to 3,500, which is now reselling at more than 4,000 rupees. And in Malabar Exotica, we were selling somewhere around 3,700 to 3,800 when we launched this project. Now currently they are reselling at more than 4,500 rupees per rate.
Okay. So your last selling price was 3,700.
In Malabar Exotica, it is now 4,500.
Yeah, but you've already sold everything, right? So there is.
We have sold, so we don't have anything to offer. These are the inquiries which keep coming on to us also, that if anyone wants to sell, so let us know. And we get to know the resale prices from the market only.
Correct. So 4,500 is resale price versus 3,700 is what would have been your last selling price for the project.
Yeah.
Okay. And
our last selling price was around 4,000 rupees. So 3,700 was the launch price.
Okay. And that was what, 2 quarters back?
That was in August 2021 we launched this project.
No. When did you last sell the last unit from your side?
That project was sold off in last year itself.
Right. Okay. So 4,000 essentially going up to 4,500 in about a year or so. Is that?
Yes.
Okay. The second question is, you also acknowledged in your discussion that the approvals is not such a big problem. Then what has been the reason behind, not launching anything new so far?
So there are 2-3 reasons. One is meaning we see there are 2 very large projects for which meaning master planning and doing overall development of project, how it will go, is something what is being worked upon for Smile City or Township project and SEZ project. And SEZ also, we have already started with development of phase 1. In phase 1 of commercial, now we will be starting with phase 1 of residential project, residential part of the project in SEZ. That will be happening very soon. Other reason is meaning that we were to start construction and sale of some of the projects at various locations. However, we were given such juicy offers for sale of land by local developers. We thought selling land was making us more sense than developing project and recovering profit from that.
Oh wow, okay.
So further to that, Puneet, further to what Rajendra just said, a project, as you know, well begun is half done, as they say. So most of the time, the best of the time should be spent on planning and optimizing the per square feet realization, and as well as giving the best out to the customers. So that's what Ganesh has been known for. After the launch, you see that the projects are normally completed definitely on time, but many times before time. So I think it's good that the entire planning is happening first before even the first, the spade is, that we call it, dug in the ground. So I think that's what has been happening. Once done, it will get, realized very fast. That's all I can say.
I appreciate that. So just coming back to selling of land versus simultaneous purchase of land in other locations, how are you making that judgment call? So basically, the place where you are selling, those places have overappreciated in your view, and whatever you are buying in terms of land, that you still think has potential to appreciate.
Yes, I mean, that's quite the right way to understand it. So
and why is there a difference there?
Pardon me?
And why is there a difference?
No, the locations could be different. What we had bought earlier, that would have matured for sale, and what we are buying now could mature for sale maybe a year, 2 years. Sometimes what happens is the appreciation happens very fast. Sometimes it takes time. For example, in Ahmedabad, it took 4 years for really everything to go in the middle. There was a lull. But for the last 2-3 years, it's really been going up. So what was not done, let's say, for 10 years, suddenly in 3 years, everything else has gone by 3-4 times. So these things can happen, but the process of acquisition and sale is not necessarily in the same area. Acquisition would have happened earlier and sale happening now. Some places, yes, acquisition and sale can also happen in a very quick time. But apart from that, whatever land has already been earmarked for development, let us say the SEZ is there, or Malabar Retreat, or Exotica, or Smile City, all those things will continue the same way. Apart from that, whatever other about 50 acres and odd are there, 50 to 62 acres, that can always be used for such kind of a leveraging, such kind of an opportunity. I hope I have answered your question.
Yeah, so the recent land purchase, is it meant for immediate launch, or is there intent to land bank the way you did, 20 years back, which has become a gold mine now? Is the thought process similar?
Normally it is for projects to be launched over a period of time, not immediately. But there, the appreciation and the realization really doesn't come so fast, because you acquire at a very high price, and then you can't price your output of, let us say, like the house or something in a similar manner just because you have bought a land at a high cost. But the same thing, if you wait for a few years, then all these other developments which are happening in the infrastructure and all around, maybe including the Olympic, if we can get that, then these things, what you feel has been bought at a high price now, will actually turn out to be a very good price of maybe 5 years later. That has been the mainstay of Ganesh Housing all these years. Sitting on a large bank, land bank has helped them not only to sell that to ensure that immediate cash flows and debts and all that can be repaid, but also launch projects which can be highly profitable as and when they come to fruition.
Understood. That's great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Anil Thakkar from Jalance Advisor. Please go ahead.
Hi, good evening to you, and congratulations on a good set of numbers. My only question was, what was the area of land sold in H1 FY24 versus H1 FY23?
Just hold, just getting out the details just hold for 15 seconds, please.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, area sold in H1 of
current H1 and previous H1.
Yeah. Just a moment.
Current H1 is roughly around 250,000 square meters.
We have sold roughly about 250,000 square meter of area in first half of financial year 23-24. I don't have figures to quantify for first half of last financial year to give you comparable.
That's okay. I'll take it offline. One more, just one more, just a small clarification that, our total land area is around 500 acres, right? Land bank rather.
Roughly, yes.
Yeah, and out of that around 450 acres land is in Godavari. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes, that's right.
Okay. That's it. And all the best.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last question for today. I would now like to hand the conference over to the management for closing comments.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on this Q2 financial year 2023-24 call. On behalf of my team and Ganesh Housing Corporation Limited, wish you all the best for future coming festivals. Thank you all.
Thank you. On behalf of Go India Advisors, that concludes this conference. Thank